So these sculptures represent, in my eyes, George and the Dragon. But I guess it could be a knight slaying a dragon, or Puff the Magic Dragon, or anything else really.
Yeah, anything to do with dragons and a knight with a sword.
So all of this is made out of scrap metal.
That is really cool. We'll get a close-up look at some of this too.
So this is Gary's latest adventure.
Right.
Oh, so very medieval.
Oh, it is. I love the fireplace, all the nuances.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Now, so this is, as I said, this is his latest venture. This used to be the old school, and each of the classrooms have been divided in half to make two separate hotel rooms.
Oh wow, so there'll be good sized rooms too.
And these, he didn't make these.
Okay.
These he imported from Mexico.
Shh,
Don't tell anyone.
It's our secret.
So let's take a look down here.
Definitely.
Yeah.
This is so neat.
I don't know how many rooms. Right, so this is the gym,
Okay.
and this still hasn't changed since it was a school. So before we actually go in and check things out, we need to take our shoes off. So the gym is still used by the school kids, which is great.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
And the old changing rooms have been changed. One's been changed into a hot tub room, and the other one is a fitness centre.
Oh, cool. Man, I haven't been into a gym room in so long.
Cool.
Now we're gonna go check out the locker room and fitness center.
So this is a joint locker room, male and female. They've got showers
Oh yeah.
and a loo.
No trip will be complete. There it is.
So some of this is still under construction.
Right, like with everything, it takes money to complete projects.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Gary's doing all of this on his own, out of his own pocket. So all the statues he's constructed, all out of his own pocket. The hotel, all out of his own pocket. Barely making ends meet. We all know what that feels like.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, go check out the fitness center.
It was quite adequate.
Oh yeah.
Got your lounge, gym,
Everything you need to stay
Yeah.
in shape at the hotel.
cross trainer, several bikes.
And then across the other way, got your weightlifting material here.
Yeah. Lat pull down. There's two.
So
Chest.
you and your buddy can stare at each other and have a contest of who does the best.
Yep. Testosterone. And then further along, we have the steakhouse and the tavern. So let's have a quick peek at the tavern and the steakhouse,
Oh, nice.
which is called the Excalibur,
Oh, that's cool.
the sword and the stone.
Love the artwork on the walls here.
Okay,
Can you do it?
am I gonna be queen? No. Can't pull too hard, pull the wall over. That's strong, really.
We'll cut to another shot of you pulling it out.
But you have to be careful because if you pull too hard, the wall comes down.
The whole wall will come out.
Has a fireplace in there too.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Look at this. Nice giant bed. Fit for a king?
Very much so. Or a queen.
Yeah?
The king.
And then you've got a hot tub.
Oh, this is...
The lady says it's got 2 TVs. You've got a little kitchen area.
That is nice.
And on the wall, she is the queen of my heart. I am the king of the castle.
Nice. This is a beautiful room.
Isn't it? It's a little fireplace. And then
The bathroom there, it's the only one that you can sit in that one.
no trip would be complete without a trip to the loo.
Perfect. And then a seat in the shower.
Yep. It's a double shower.
That is cool.
So you can shower with your best friend.
There you go.
And to top it off, slippers and a robe.
Oh, wonderful.
How cool is that? And one without a hot tub. Let's take a look.
A nice little closet to begin with.
Nice double,
Ooh, double
basin.
sinks. And then here we, oh wow. So nice bar, kitchen area.
Yeah. And again, this is a double
So this
TV.
would have been half of what a classroom would have been. God, this is bigger than our apartment was in LA.
Isn't that cool? So 2 queen beds.
Oh, and again, I like the artwork on the walls there.
And then on the wall, we have another saying, you are the king of your own stay.
Story.
You are the king of your own story. True story. So now we've visited the castle, we'll take a little drive through the little town of Regent and onto the Enchanted Highway.
I'm excited to see the Enchanted Highway.
Yeah, so Gary Griff was a former school principal, and in 1989, and that was the fire sirens.
That's a bit creepy. That's ominous. That's like the nuclear war siren sounds.
So as I was saying, Gary Griff was a former school principal, and in 1989 he decided that he was so worried about the town of Regent becoming forgotten, he decided to sculpture out of scrap metal massive sculptures. He had absolutely no experience in welding whatsoever. And by 2006, 7 sculptures were completed and placed along the road, which is 32 miles long, and it's now known as the Enchanted Highway. So let's take a look. So each sculpture, you can actually do a phone number and it tells you about the sculptures.
Oh, wow.
I believe this one was his first one. Not entirely sure about that.
Well, what I like about this kind of artwork is, you know, you take things around, it's like the old farming equipment. These would be like for water troughs. And then you've got, for the arms, those are old 55-gallon drums.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, using something that could be considered trash to make a piece of art.
See, everything has been made out of scrap metal.
Yeah, and all welded together. So, wife, husband, son?
Yep.
Got a nice lollipop going on there. I like the, they got the twister on the hat. Do you remember those?
Yeah. They weren't that popular in England, but I do remember seeing them.
I don't think they were very popular here either. They're just a gimmick, but nonetheless, really interesting. So where's the next one?
Well, I don't know whether or not we're going to get all 7 of them. There's 7 at the moment. He is in the process of doing another 2. The whirligigs is 2 miles to the right, but Roosevelt statue is 4 miles to the left. So let's go left.
All right, at the next group, which is called?
This is the Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, Teddy's getting quite vertical on that horse up there. And then here's nice little horse and carriage.
Fun pic for the photo for kids. Hey, there's Indians ahead.
Where? I don't see them.
So this is a family of pheasants.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Look at the paintwork on it.
I know, and just the amount of work that went into welding these and shaping the metal to look like what they are.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, Gary, who did this, didn't have any welding experience whatsoever. So, very impressive.
Here we are at the next one called Fisherman's Paradise. And would you look at the size of the fish that are up here? There you go, there's a decent size comparison there.
5'3½", and that ½ an inch is really important, as you all know.
Yeah.
Now the fish has got like a dragonfly or something in his mouth, which is pretty impressive.
I guess that would be the bait, the lure.
Yeah.
But some of these are Really incredible, the detail. That is so neat.
And Gary is actually here fixing one.
Yep, you can see there's the forklift. They need to do some repairs on that poor fishy.
This one's the grasshoppers, and this was built in 1999.
Wow, those are
Pretty impressive, huh?
absolutely, that is giant.
Let's take a look.
All right, so noticing that this is not a sculpture.
No, but the reason why we've stopped is we're in the small town of Lefort, I think that's how you pronounce it, and this is the remains of the bank. Only the vault has left. Let's take a look.
Yep, it says right on top, remains of Lefort State Bank, 1913, 1934.
Yeah. Whoa, it's very muddy. So this was the bank vault.
Anything left inside?
Just the iron bars, remains of a bird's nest, and hooligans.
Leaving their mark.
Yeah. Now I wonder what that used to be. This would be the safe door, the vault door, I would imagine,
Yeah.
or part of. Would there be two doors? Like an internal and an external for extra protection?
I am not sure. I wouldn't have thought so, not back then. Nowadays, you know, they're like 24 inches thick and bomb-proof pretty much, but
Yeah, I just thought this would be a little interesting stop.
oh, absolutely. And it looks like there is some really cool old abandoned structures around this town. Maybe we'll take a quick little drive through and see what it holds. Okay, we're just gonna walk up this street since it's right here. You see straight directly across that house right there. And there's several. So there's that one right there, this one, and then on this side, this one here. They're all quaint houses. I'd love to get inside and see them fixed up.
So this one is totally abandoned with no roof on it, but it does have a no trespassing sign, so we can't access that.
No. And we're not sure about these ones, but
This one's boarded up.
all the windows are intact. I like the trees. It would have been this is like really just a picturesque, the front porch.
Well, look at the windows on the top.
Oh man,
Is that,
beautiful home.
isn't that gorgeous? No signs anywhere. It's got a little wooden bridge that crosses a dried up creek now. But you can't see anything.
Oh,
It's all
completely
boarded
all-
up inside, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But look at the windows. Aren't they cute?
Beautiful. There's the first house. You can see there is still a dish on the side in the back there. And then right next door, see the satellite dish on the tree and the concrete pathway, but no structure remains. Don't even see any foundations out there. But there is, looks like an electrical box.
And there would have been possibly a driveway here, seeing as this one's wider. So maybe a drive to what would have been a house.
Yeah. So all of these look like empty lots. I wonder if they're ready for development?
I do know that there was a fire, which is how the bank got destroyed.
Right.
I don't know about the town itself, and I don't know about the other buildings that were. And it would seem strange that if a fire had destroyed it, then that one is still remaining.
Right. Here's another cute homestead. This one does have a no trespassing sign on it, so we won't be venturing any further in.
I wonder whether or not that little building at the back was an outhouse.
Kind of looks like that could have been, because then next to it, just behind the house there's another shed, so possibly. And would you get a load of this building, the church? You see that spire from miles away.
Yeah, a lot more modern.
But we're just doing a roll around the block here. This is such a quaint, quiet little town.
There's another little building here that's deserted, dilapidated.
Yeah, it's got some horseshoe pits in the lawn there. And now this kind of has the look to me like it could have been the original church building.
I guess, possibly. I don't know any history about this town at all. It was just a impromptu stop.
Yeah. But then again, look at down the streets. Hear a lawnmower buzzing off in the distance, wind, birds chirping. Peaceful. I don't know if you can quite make it out, but here in the foreground, just before those clothes flapping in the breeze, there's one of those old water wells. You know, where you pump it up to get your water in. We actually used that at the campsite earlier.
Yeah. Now this really reminds me of like a quaint little English hamlet. You know, with the grass is really lush and all the little old buildings.
I know what I thought when I first saw this one, and it makes me imagine like a van with a family driving through, and one young boy looks out the window and goes, "Mommy, what's that deer doing to the other deer?" But then you realize it's actually just jumping a fence.
Now only a man would think of something like that.
It looks like he's trying to kick the other one in the face. That's what I thought at first.
No.
I get it now.
Pretty impressive though.
It is. These are huge. And we have finally reached the last sculpture.
Or the first one, depending on which way you come.
And this one is a doozy. This is enormous.
This is Geese in Flight, and in 2002 was put in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest scrap metal sculpture in the world. True story.
That is mighty impressive. I mean, each one of those geese is about the size of a small car. Mm-hmm. And then another thing that's neat, you see these white poles all along the parking lot. They all have geese on them as well. We are right next to the interstate.
We are indeed.
So what is our next port of call?
Well, let's see what we can find, shall we?